Windows are a key feature of any house, and our Colonial is no exception. Now, Bill, you've been manufacturing windows here in New England since around the time our Colonial was built, in the 1960s.
That's right, Norm. This particular plant makes 8,000 windows a week. And we made Your Majesty wood casements and Majesty double hungs here.
Right. Well, you know, modern windows achieve efficiency in a number of different ways, but for me, the key is that insulating glass panel. 2 pieces of glass separated by a spacer bar, it's filled with gas, and then it's sealed. And if that's not done properly, the gas is going to leak out and moisture can form between those panels of glass.
That's right. Every window manufacturer is concerned with insulating glass consistency and quality. Your particular units use triple glaze.
So there's an extra pane in the middle.
That's right, an added bonus of killing street noise.
But you know, in cold areas of the country, you often get condensation on the inside of the windows, and it's often right along the edges.
And that's why spacer and seal quality is so critical to a window's efficiency. Let me show you how the process works.
All right.
This is where it all starts. Right here, we cut the glass, cut it to size, put it in a hopper rack over here. This is where we make the spacer that goes between the 2 panes of glass.
Okay, I see you have a whole bunch of spools of a metal material.
That's right. It's constructed from tin plate steel, and it creates a thermal barrier that helps reduce heat loss. It starts as a flat stock, which feeds to a roller press, which notches for the corners and the mutton bars. Then it goes to a roll former, which creates the U-shape.
Okay, so it's making the miters and the channel at the same time.
That's right. You can see the U-channel there and how it finishes out.
Nicely made.
The spacer now goes through an extruder, which applies sealant to both the sides and the back. Then the frame is formed and hung on an overhead conveyor.
You have a whole stack of them here ready for the next step.
All lined up to be stacked here with the lights of glass.
Okay, so there's a piece of glass on the bottom. They set the frame on it.
And then the second piece of glass is behind her. The 2 pieces of glass will move over here to a butterfly.
Oh, wow. So that thing just folds up. There's a piece of glass on the other side, right? So now you have the sandwich made.
That's right. The glass travels by roller through an oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And then is pressed to a final thickness of 7/8 of an inch. This creates a 1/4 inch seal around the perimeter between the glass and the spacer. This is our primary seal, which is key for keeping the gas inside the insulating glass unit. Once the unit is cooled, we insert the gas. Depending on the desired thermal rating, we use argon or krypton. These gases are denser than oxygen, and that density reduces thermal transfer between the panes of glass. This is the secondary seal. It's a special sealant that is like silicone with vapor barrier qualities. And that window is highly unlikely to ever fail.
Well, you know, it seems to me that the technology for making these insulating glass panels has greatly improved since the last time I saw them.
Absolutely.
The real test, however, will be to see how these windows hold up to the rigors of Mother Nature.
So, Norm, you've seen how we manufacture windows in the factory. Today we're going to show you how we test them in the laboratory.
Wow, so you built your own test laboratory right here in the factory.
That's correct. And this is the very window from the project house.
All right, so to test the window, you actually have to simulate field conditions.
That's correct. And today we're going to test this window for air, water, and wind.
All right.
So we're going to test this window for air infiltration now, and it's tested at a 25-mile-an-hour wind speed.
So how do you simulate the wind speed?
Well, the window is sealed with the interior against the wall, and then we draw a vacuum through this pipe to simulate wind pressure on the outside of the window.
You're trying to suck the window in and see if there are any leaks.
Correct.
So how are we doing?
Well, we can look at this machine to show us how we're doing.
All right, looks like the pressure's where you want it to be. Where do I see the infiltration?
Well, the center dial shows us the total airflow through the window.
It looks pretty low.
It is low, and drafty windows are one of the main reasons why people replace their windows. We want our windows to be nice and airtight. Now we're going to test for ultimate strength in the window, and we're going to load this up with a 100-mile-an-hour wind.
All right, so a negative wind on the outside. It wants to suck the window out. Well, look at that. It pushed the window out about a 1/2 inch. And that's negative wind on the outside, sucking the window out. And when the wind stops, it just goes right back to where it was originally. That's impressive.
The last test we're going to conduct is the water test on the window. And we do that by putting the spray rack in front of the window, and we create high wind and water conditions. This spray rack will spray the equivalent of 8 inches of rain per hour on the window.
That is serious rain.
Okay, Norm, here we go.
All right, that window is getting soaked here on the outside. The question is it dry on the other side?
Well, that's what we'll go on the inside to check for.
All right, well the plexiglass is right here and there's no water on the inside of that. That's a good sign. But I really want to look around the edges. Well, I don't see a single drop of water on the inside. You know, the windows look good, they perform well, and it looks like they're going to last. Thanks for the tour.
My pleasure.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.